Do you ever wonder why people really like to see undefeated UFC fighters fall? Is it because of an underdog story? Is it because of jealousy? I don't really know, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below today after I give my thoughts on this. And we're going to get into a Reddit post that was trending on the UFC subreddit today in just a second. Before we do though, I do want to say hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's talk about this whole situation. So, this is what caught my attention today, and I really wanted to make a video on it, right? This user posted this on Reddit. Why do quite a lot of people like to see young prospects lose, especially undefeated ones? And even if they win, they take away from their performance, claim robbery, etc. And the picture used primarily in this is Bourquechop. Now, another one that off the top of my head was Jack Della Maddalena was there. You do find a lot of people really hoping these guys lose. Like I see it for Bourquechop especially, and this is coming from a guy who I've really come to like Bourquechop. I am a big UFC fan. I always listen to fighter interviews. I always pay attention to what the fighters are doing, right? I'm really involved in this sport, so I kind of like have a pretty good gauge on whether or not somebody, for lack of a better term, is a good guy. So I really like Bourquechop. This guy's, he's just confident, man. He's confident, wants to perform. He really wants to do what he wants. But like, it's not just Bourquechop. You see guys, UFC fans constantly cheering against these guys, even against people who, like, it doesn't even have a fan base. So I can understand, let's say, like, okay, Bourquechop will go against a guy like Paulo Costa. Let's just, for example, right? It makes sense for everybody to cheer for Bourquechop to lose because everybody likes Paulo Costa. But that's not the case. You're seeing guys, like, come in, and I don't think Paddy Pimblett was undefeated, but let's use Paddy Pimblett, for example. A guy with a lot of hype behind him, right? He comes into the UFC, gets a nice win, people really hate him, and then he takes on Jared Gordon. And who is a guy that nobody liked in general, right? But now this dude had so much hype behind him just because people wanted to see the downfall of Paddy Pimblett. You've seen this countless of times in the UFC, and Paddy Pimblett wasn't a good example to use because I understand people cheering against like hype trains that like have quite the personality to him, like guys like Khamzat Chimaev. The dude's arrogant, the dude is mean, the dude comes out like he's better than everybody. I can understand why people don't necessarily like this guy. I can understand why people don't like the hype trains like Paddy Pimblett. But if you want to talk about even just undefeated guys, I really don't think there's a reason to hate guys like Bourquechop, especially Jack Della Maddalena. That was another one. You see guys hating on Ilia Topuria, guys like Gabriel Bonfim. You see people like that are relatively like laid back and don't really do anything, yet people are sitting here going like, I don't like that Ilia Topuria guy. Like, you know, like they're sitting there. I don't get it, man. I am almost of the opinion that people just don't like to witness greatness because they're watching these fighters, and especially like because the UFC and MMA fan base ranges from like age range, right? Like they're all over the place. I would imagine the reason why these young up-and-comers who are getting a lot of hype are really getting a lot of hate behind them is because people, I don't want to use the word jealousy, which it is, but like people don't like to see young people younger than them doing better than them because in reality, so many of these guys are just sitting back on their couch. Like, do you want to use the Colby Covington version? So many of the guys are just sitting back, eating Cheetos all day, watching two people that are significantly better than them, significantly better looking, significantly in better shape, getting more money than them. They're watching these guys at such a young age, and they're sitting there, and they're like 30 years old or whatever, and they're watching this guy like Raul Rosas Jr., who is 18 years old, 17 years old coming into the UFC, doing so much better than them in life. I can't conceptualize why people do that. Like, they just get envious, they just get jealous. Like, why would that make you hate somebody? Why would that make you hate somebody? It's like the whole same thing where I don't understand. I can't even get it into my head. And you guys might be disagreeing with me watching this video. I just do not understand the random hate towards rich people. Where, like, I'm not going to sit here and get into the whole conversation where it's like, oh, the rich should give away some of their money to people. Like, I don't get, like, you just get laser focused on a guy. You see a guy like Elon Musk, and I'm not even going to dive into his personality. Let's say, like, Elon Musk was the most neutral dude in the entire world. Didn't have an opinion about anything. You know, he's just a guy who made some really nice inventions, and he's living his life as one of the richest people in the world. Let's pretend he didn't say a thing. People look at that and just hate him. Just hate him because he's rich. People just hate people who are better than them. Tom Brady. Everybody hates Tom Brady because he is excellent. He is the best to ever do it. You see people hate all the time. Habib Nurmagomedov. Why do so many people hate him? A guy who is so respectful to every single one of his opponents except for somebody who really went at him at his family. This dude was nothing but respectful. This dude is nothing but a role model to up-and-coming fighters, and he has one of the most hated fan bases of all time. Everybody constantly trying to rob him of GOAT status. I don't think he's the GOAT, but you know what I mean? People just like really being vindictive about it. They're like just trying to just find every way possible. It's like, no, he lost the round. Conor McGregor took a round. Absolutely not. But like, you guys get what I'm saying. I believe that's the reason. I believe people don't like to sit back. I believe people don't like to watch people younger than them do better than them. Doesn't even have to be younger. I believe people don't like to watch people do better than them. I feel like I am just completely in shock by what Bo Nickal's doing. I actually don't know how old Bo Nickal is. I would imagine he's older than me. I'm 25 sitting down and making this video. So regardless if Bo Nickal's younger than me or not, I look up to this guy. Look what he's doing. Look what he's accomplishing. Look at the attitude that he has towards it. He wants to have greatness. I'm going to cheer you on, man. I like your attitude. Why not just like get on the train? Why not be happy for them? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to enjoy the sport that I love. I'm going to enjoy watching the technique that I love to watch. I don't have to look back and I hate this guy. Like, and don't get me wrong, I have a fair share of fighters that I hate, but I guarantee you it's not because they're successful. I just can't conceptualize it, man. I can't understand these people's thought process. They sit here like, so what? Someone's doing better than you, So what? I don't care. I believe that's the reason why so many people really hate these up-and-coming prospects, but I could be wrong. I really could. So please, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm not looking for a comment where it's like, well, I hate this particular guy because of this. I'm looking for like a generality here because it's true. Why do so many people like to see up-and-coming prospects lose, especially when they're undefeated? Makes for a very interesting conversation, guys, and I'd love to know what you guys think down below in the comment section, of course. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here and you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button, help the channel a ton, and subscribe if you are brand new on the screen right now. If you'd like to continue watching the Clenbat channel, there'll be 2 videos on screen for you right now. I will see you either there or in the next video, guys. Take care.